Hi again. Hello, welcome to my channel again. This is Dr. Best with All Things Nursing. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to sticking around with me and for coming in all the time to check on my videos. I do value you, my community. Please, if you haven't subscribed, hit the button down below. Make sure you follow me and turn on your notifications. Let's start. Today we are addressing the topic, do nurses do what CNAs do? Right? Do nurses do the same things CNAs do? Now you ask, why this topic? This topic is something that has been burning inside me and I really wanted to talk about it. So I said, what a special medium to talk about it here on YouTube, so that those that are thinking about going to nursing school, those that are nurses and even CNAs can look at this video and say, really? And maybe some can begin to change their mindset or the way they look at their responsibilities when they take care of patients, right? Several years ago, before I became a nurse, I used to work in the hospital setting as a nurse intern, or they call it nurse tech. This is what it was called, nurse tech, TECH, nurse tech. You are able to work as a nurse tech when you've completed the first 2 semesters of nursing school, like fundamentals of nursing, med-surg, and all that. You are able to get a job as a nurse tech in a hospital setting, where I was. And this was in Alabama, right? But then one day, while I was at work as a nurse tech, I was around the ice machine when I heard, when I was around the ice machine. I was getting ice for my patients and then taking it to their rooms. And as I was getting into a room, I heard a patient ask a nurse. This was a licensed practical nurse. The patient was asking this nurse that she is in need of some water. And the response of the nurse was, I will let your CNA know. And she walked out. Well, that was the eye opener for me. I felt really terrible. And I walked in there. I gave this patient ice and water. And I went back to the nursing station looking for that nurse. When I saw her, I approached her politely and I said, I heard Miss so and so in room whatever asking you for water, and your reply was that you would let the CNA know. And she's like, yeah, yes, like that, yeah. I said, now as a nurse, can't you give a patient water? The most basic human need, water. This is what I asked her. I don't know why, but I did. She looked at me like I was kind of crazy, but I mean, it was a very, very pertinent question and an important one, in that if a nurse cannot give a patient water because it is not their job description, I don't know, I don't want to be a nurse. I don't. I just don't want to do it. Okay? That is why I titled this video, Do Nurses Do What CNAs Do? So now let's start. To begin, what is nursing? Nursing means to nurse, right? To pamper, to care for with empathy, to nurse those who cannot do for themselves, who need a little bit of help. Nursing means to nurture, right? We meet people at various stages in their illness. As nurses, we are to help them get better, right? Nursing means you can put a patient on a bedpan because they are unable to wake up and go to use the restroom. Nursing means You can accompany a patient to the restroom if he or she is unable to walk on their own. Nursing means you can give somebody water when they are thirsty. Nursing means you can even ask a patient, would you like anything? Would you like some water, some apple juice, some orange juice, some pancakes? That is if they can have it, right? I began thinking maybe we all have a misconception of what nursing really is. Now you tell me, do you think they will be teaching the fundamentals of nursing to nurses if giving a patient water, putting a patient on a bedpan, brushing a patient's teeth, changing a patient's bed wasn't part of nursing? No, they will not. That is why they call it the fundamentals of nursing. Fundamentals, the basics, fundamentals of nursing. This is taught in the first semester of every nursing school program. They teach you how to make beds. Does that mean nurses cannot make beds? No, nurses can and should. If you go into a patient's room and the patient's bed is wet, they poop on it and all that, you're going to leave the patient to get soaked while you wait for the CNA? Nah! Put on your nursing hat and do the job. And let the CNA know that, hey, room so and so I changed it. That's what nurses do. It's supposed to be a team effort, a teamwork, team environment. You can do what CNAs do. CNAs just cannot do the other things that you are capable of doing. So yes, nurses and CNAs can do, nurses can do what CNAs do, and they can do even more. That is why they went further in education to learn those other things that CNAs cannot do. It doesn't mean that if you are a nurse, you cannot put a patient on the bedpan, take them to the toilet, give them water to drink, change their bed. Please, if you are a registered nurse or a less licensed practical nurse and you've not been doing these things, I would just ask of you to reconsider, to change your ways. Because when patients come into the hospital, they rely on us. That means you. Nobody wants to be at your service. Everybody would rather be on their own feet and doing their own things. But when they come into your setting, they need you. Be there for them. That is what nursing means. To nurse, to pamper, to do everything you can within your power to ensure that your patients get better and are back on their feet again. So yes, please reconsider. That could be you. That was me some years ago. Several times I've been to the hospital. I even apologized to the nurses. Sorry for pooing on myself. When I went in one day with appendix and I ended up having an emergency appendectomy, I was pooping on myself. I was so ashamed, even though I wasn't doing it intentionally. I kept apologizing to the staff. And they were like, no, Bless, don't worry. That's what we are here for. That kind of relieved me because I was just killing myself like, oh my God, they're going to think I'm nuts. But they understood that it's because I was unable to do it where I was supposed to do it. And they cared for me. I appreciated that. Nurses have come times and times again in my life. When I'm giving birth, nurses are always there to make the process easy. They help take care of the kids while you're in the hospital. Take care of the baby so that you can get some rest. So please, the answer to my question is yes. Nurses can do what CNAs do. They should, and they can even do more. Please, when you go to work every day, put on your empathy cap. Put on your nursing hat. Just think of what Florence Nightingale would think of you if you think changing a patient's bed, putting them on the bedpan, feeding them wasn't part of your job duties. you got to think again. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Follow me. And thank you for being part of my community. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.